Did you download Black Ops 7 but shoot like this? Well, since your dad still hasn't come back from helping your old neighbor move her furniture over 20 years ago, I got you.
I'm Ricky Bobby. If you don't chew Big Red, then you.
Welcome to Some Dad Gaming. Your time is valuable, so let's get into it. First thing you need to do, reset those damn settings. Seriously. Dead zones, input curves, and field of view. And like always, I'm going to show you a few ways to do this, because you keep missing all your shots. And that dad who killed you, his aim looks like this. And of course, mouse and keyboard players are going to get mad as fuck. But I play keyboard and mouse also, so I don't care. And I don't mean to call out all these setting guide videos from most streamers on any shooting game for that matter, but most of them are full of shit. Sorry Black Ops 6, not sorry. Now pull up your settings and go to graphics. Then raise your field of view to the max. Then go to input curves and put your input curve to 0. Then go to controller dead zones and put both interstick dead zones to 0. Now for the sake of the video, we're going to use two different input curves, linear and standard, because these techniques will help you decide on which curve and sensitivity work best for you. But all the streamers use dynamic. You don't know what you're talking about. It's an aggressive curve meant to help controller players aim better. Really? Then why are you on YouTube looking up setting guides?
Bruh.
Now shut the fuck up and go sit down, because other people are watching and I'll explain it here in a minute. Quit being selfish. And the rest of you awesome people, go to the firing range, move your sticks rapidly, and if you start to drift, raise your dead zone up by 1 until you stop drifting. Side note, just remember the input curve you choose will be affected by your dead zone. Now look downrange and lower that field of view until that blurry blob finally has legs and arms. Then turn aim assist off. And here is where the Call of Duty settings get super fucking confusing for no apparent reason, because they're really simple. But don't worry, I believe in you. And so I don't bore you with any nerd talk, I'll keep it simple. When you push your stick, there's supposed to be a ramp up acceleration on your stick from 0 to 100%, kind of like a gas pedal in your car. The more you push, the faster you accelerate. The less you push, the slower you accelerate. In Call of Duty, it's called input curves. In Battlefield, it's called acceleration curves. And I'm going to show you a trick that has never let me down, and us dads have been hiding for years. Now put your crosshair over the dummy. Start to wiggle your crosshair and try to stay within the hitbox.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Now let's find our baseline. And if you're wiggling outside the hitbox, lower your aim sense. If it seems too low, raise your aim sense. And depending on which curve you chose will affect your aim sense. For example, on the linear curve, mine's 0.75. On the standard curve, mine's 1.0. And yes, due to the AA nerfs, you will need to lower your aim sense below what you normally use, or over aiming corrections. But don't panic, there's a process, and I believe in you. Now, on your ADS sense, start at 50 to 75%. If your aim feels too slow, raise your ADS sense. But if you're over aiming and struggle with micro adjusting corrections, lower your ADS sense, and keep adjusting until it feels comfortable. Because the ramp up acceleration is different on each curve. For example, depending on the dead zones, 65% on linear feels like 75% on standard. And by doing this, it will help increase more accurate micro adjustments and help for smoother tracking. Now that we found our aim sense, put your crosshair over the dummy. And with 100% input, turn left or right, doing a 360. If you're over aiming, raise your input curve until your crosshair is back on or close to the target. The best way to measure this is by counting, like this: 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. It doesn't have to be exactly 3 seconds, just within your comfort is ideal. Also, if your turning is inconsistent and your crosshair falls or raises while turning, lower your vertical sense until you start turning straight. Unless you were born that way, but don't worry, I won't love you any less. Now let's dial in and tune those dead zones. And here's the secret. You want control. But I'm referring to aiming and recoil control, not the kind you need to see a professional for. After all, this is Call of Duty. We all need some level of therapy. Anyways, this is the part where you are gonna realize that some, if not most, of your favorite streamers are full of shit. But instead of explaining it like a Karen,
I know you're in there! Open the store right now! Hey! What? Are you kidding me? The handle just came off! This is unacceptable! You hear me? You can't treat people like this! I'm calling the HOA, the police, everybody!
I'm gonna show you. Now point at a blank wall, start shooting, and try to control the recoil. If your recoil control starts to kick up, lower your dead zone. But if your recoil control starts pulling down and feels sensitive, raise your dead zone by 1 until it feels like a laser. For example, on my TMR sticks, I can go as low as 3 on the standard curve before the recoil control starts pulling down. But on linear, I can go as low as 10 because there's no curve. And that's why in a game like Apex, linear is king because of their advanced settings. Because once you understand how the curve can benefit you, no matter how much they nerf aim assist, mouse and keyboard players will keep Reddit alive with their nerf aim assist rage. Bonus tip: if you're still struggling with micro adjustments, adjust your input curve. 0 is for no ramp up delays, 100 is for slower ramp up delays. And as you can see in the examples, on linear and the standard curve, after following the greatest settings guide in the world, they look and feel identical. But there are some key differences. As you can see, while trying to control the recoil while flicking on this wall, I'm flicking further on linear than standard. And that's because of the ramp up. And it is a key part of what dead zones and which input curves work best for you. And just because every Call of Duty settings guide says use dynamic, doesn't mean dynamic is best for you. But it probably is. I'm not saying not to use it, so don't go into the comments saying, "Nuh-uh, dynamic's the best ever." So get out of the comments already. Now, start practicing with aim assist off. Make sure it feels good. Once it's ideal for you, turn aim assist on. And more importantly than watching all these setting guides, there are many other variables that go into being a decent controller player, such as attachments, engagement, movement, recoil patterns, positioning, and map knowledge. Because picking up a controller and thinking you need strong aim assist to be a decent player is a bunch of BS. You can do your part or even dominate on either input. You just gotta believe in you the way I believe in you. Now let's put it into practice. And look at that, you're fucking amazing. And if you found any value or entertainment from this video, then you know what to do. I'm going to give you the secret that will keep your aim on point every season, every update, every patch. And that secret is graphic settings. Because the devs are always resetting shaders. So instead of watching a bunch of setting guides that will never get your aim to look like this, always check your graphic settings and make sure they are exactly where you left them. Even if you're on console, it would be a good idea to go ahead and reset and put them back. And if you need to, follow these steps again to make minor adjustments to your dead zones and input curve. Then you'll always be beaming. Now get out there and get called a cheater. My final dad tip: at one point in time, taping a crosshair on your TV or monitor was considered cheating. Now, every shooting game has a center dot and crosshair. So as long as you're not manipulating files or using a third-party device like Cronus, don't let anyone stop you from getting good and having fun. Until we meet again, have a good one, gamer family.
Any and all support keeps these videos coming and is very appreciated.